Hey guys, it's Calisthenics School here, and today is a special episode where I gonna answer on your questions you have asked me in my group in Facebook and a little bit from YouTube. Also, I want to say if you have more questions, because here is around like 10, maybe 12 questions only, you can ask here and I will just write everything down from these comments and we'll answer in the next video, maybe in a few weeks, maybe in a month, like that. So let's get started. And the first question, I didn't prepare the answers on everything, that's why probably I will think more, I will be really slow and not really fluent, but yeah, just bear with it. How often and how long did you train in a week? Actually, I have a lot of things to do during my life and just regular stuff, so I have like scheduled trainings and routines. That's why I'm more on the intuitive training, and when I have time, for example, if we will talk about one day, could be morning, could be just middle of the day, and could be evening. I just choose one and train if I can and feel more energy and can train 2 times. I will train 2 times in a day. But maybe a few next days I will have rest because I will have work or study or something to do, and I will definitely have no time on it. But actually I aim to 5-6 training in a week, and mixing like balancing, strength training, basics sometimes, now less, but I have to pay more attention on it definitely. So yeah, like that. Hope I answered on your question. And yeah, of course, one training around 1.5 hours depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing some dynamic work, I mean pull-ups, dips, and so on, for the reps, I can work like 1.5 hours. If I have only statics, I have to train 1 hour or less because of axons, neuromuscular training shouldn't be so, and static training shouldn't be so long because of your neurons, and your axons will be really tired and they need more time for recovery than your muscles. Yep. How much you sleep, what I eat, from where you learn about anatomy of body. So it's 3 questions and I will start with the first one. How much you sleep also depends on how much time I have on it. I can sleep like 4 hours, I can sleep like 10 hours also, but of course I like to sleep at least 6-8 hours, but not every time I can afford it. So yep. Next question, what you eat. What I have, I'm living with my girlfriend. I live with my girlfriend now, and I'm just eat what she does and what she get used to cook. So yeah, I'm not talking the name, so sorry about it, because I didn't wrote it from the Instagram, from the Facebook, because sometimes it's not names or nicknames or surname, so I'm not sure. That's why only question. So the last one from this person, like where you learn all about anatomy of body. Firstly, in my life, I learned, like, I have 2 degrees. Physics, non-electronic, but during all this study, 6-year study, I learned myself, like reading books and articles and all about anatomy, because I did calisthenics and I like to improve some exercises, and for that reason I need it. Then I started like my trainer's career, and I started like only training of balancing and calisthenics firstly, and then like one of physiotherapists asked me to like help him with his students sometimes, and for that work I had to like pass the exams for medicine, anatomy, physiotherapy, all mixed together. He just gave me all the questions and all the books I have to read and I have to ask on, and all the points I have to understand. Then I hit the books around 5 weeks, then I passed all the exams, I started work with him, but then I leave this work because of I don't really like the persons who worked with me, but it is not a deal to conversate. So yeah, that's how I continue my career with, I don't know how to say it, my improvement of knowledges. And then I started with, I continued with all these books he gave me, and yeah, just that. And then I just put my experience, these knowledges all together, like using that experience and these knowledges on my students, getting some feedback, understanding something new, put it together, write my own articles, and you know, step by step. But every day I'm learning something new from web, from internet, from some articles there, from physiotherapists, not from calisthenic athletes, because most of them just doing like exercises, but physiotherapists like in Instagram, in Facebook, in YouTube, they go in depth in all the joints, muscles and so on, and I can catch something from there. Just that. Let me check the battery. Still working. Nice. How do you plan your home workout, sets, reps, time of static holds, etc.? Actually, it's really long. It's really hard to explain it, and I will put explanation of all of that in a separate video. If I will forget about it, just remind me in the comments, because it's really interesting thing. But for now, I can say just one thing. I use more intuitive training, like when I go on a training, like I come on it, I just make what I like to do, and my body already understand what I can do on that training, what I can, what limits I can push today, and with what exercises I shouldn't struggle too much because of not really good self-feeling there in this part of my body. So just that's it. Yep. Can you give me examples? Yeah. So about that that question in depth, I will explain it in a different video. So let's continue. Anything about Iron Cross and Maltese will be cool. It's hard to explain it like answer on the question. It should be like tutorial or even like some article or something, but just few points. Locked elbows, try to increase power of your elbows. It's all the muscles around there should be really strong, and your joints should be really confident, because you will get a lot of burden on it. At the first, and then the position, related position of your shoulder should be like that in Iron Cross, and you can protect it, and also you can involve that muscles, the big muscles, chest muscles, for pulling them down. So it's for Iron Cross. And for Maltese, just one thing, try to from the first step getting protraction there, because I'm struggling a lot now because I didn't get used to that. So from the very first steps, from the very first like beginning steps, maybe some push-ups, get these protractions, then it will be like really nice boost for you. That's it. Tips, exercises for Hefesta. Again, it should be something different, not just asking on the questions. it should be like tutorials or something. Just one thing, again, protraction will be helpful for your shoulders, mobility and stability there, and it will be easier to work with your biceps if you will be like closed, in a closed position. So that's it. Something about nutrition, I already say what I'm eating, but I can just also advise that you have to base your nutrition plan on your foundation, on your body, how to say, body conditions. For now, if you are thin like me or you are fat, it should be definitely different and absolutely just opposite stuff you have to take, you have to include in your nutrition plan. So yeah, straight arms exercises with pull-up, like versus pull-ups, or variations for big biceps should be both, like pulling, extension, and also static moves with locked elbows to eccentric burden on it. It will also grow your biceps really nice, but it should be already prepared for that second variation of burden. So I think you have to start from the like regular exercises with pulling, maybe with dumbbells, maybe with pull-ups,